What's going on, guys? Welcome to Super Basketball Bros Raptors Corner. I'm joined with the bro Shrey and Dan.
What up, guys?
So we got a packed episode again. We're going to talk about how the Raptors did this week, the sad news about DeMar Carroll's injury, and a quick recap of the All-Star voting. So let's just get into it. Raptors currently sit at 23-15. They went 2-2 this week. Mediocre week, in my opinion. They lost to the Bulls, they lost to the Cavaliers, they beat the Wizards, and they beat the Nets. So let's just get right into it. What did they do in their losses? Dan?
Well, last week, if you guys tuned in, I talked about how great they were doing in the second half, specifically the fourth quarter. What a flip they did. Big 180 there. Both of these games against the Cavs and the Chicago Bulls, they played horrible in the second half. In the first game against the Bulls, they gave up 67 points in the second half. That doesn't usually happen with the Chicago Bulls. They're not that great offensively, but they managed to get 67 points against our so-called great defense. And they got outscored in the fourth quarter after taking the lead going into the fourth quarter, 34-26. Not a great start, and obviously when we're playing a back-to-back, it's not a good thing, especially going into the Cavs' home. We got outscored by 64 points going into the second half, and we got outscored by 20 points overall in the second half, so that's pretty bad overall. But, you know, you're playing a back-to-back, you can't really be too disappointed against the Cavaliers' loss. You know, it's a back-to-back, really hard to play on the road.
Well, like you mentioned, it's the Cavs, it's the Bulls. These are tough teams, but if the Raptors want to make that push and be playoff contenders, they have to be beating these teams.
That's right.
But luckily they didn't go 0-4, so we're still at that 500 level. They went 2-2. They won 2 games in the later half of the week. Shrey, what happened?
Yeah, they won their 2 weeks to end the week, or their 2 last games to end the week against the Brooklyn Nets and Washington Wizards. In both games is really, like Dan mentioned, a 180 from their from earlier in the week. They played excellent defense, holding both Washington and the Nets to below 40% shooting overall. And that's what you want to see from the Raptors. In the 2 losses, they allowed both the Cavaliers and the Bulls to shoot over 50%, and that's not something you want to do. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to win very many games when teams are shooting over 50% on you. So that's something you definitely want to watch when it comes to the Raptors, their defensive efficiency. And also, the big player stepped up. DeMar DeRozan had a career-high 35 points yesterday. Season high against the Wizards. And Lowry just doing what Lowry does on a regular basis, putting up a ton of points, 20 points per game over the last 4 games, and definitely helping the team move forward.
Yeah, this week you kind of saw, at least in the wins, DeMar, well, every game actually, DeMar and Kyle, if they're good, the team is good. Yeah. And Biyombo kind of started sliding back to that role player mode with Valanciunas getting more minutes and taking more shots. And due to that, he had a lot of turnovers in his last game against the Wizards. He had 6 turnovers, I believe.
Yep.
But what I like is that the Raptors are actually feeding him the ball.
That's right.
And I'd like to see him get at least 12 shots a game. You're a big man, you're 7-footer. We paid you big money.
Yep.
Feed him the ball. Let's get you 12 shots a game, right? So, on that Jonas Valanciunas page, we're going to look at the Raptors' play of the week.
That's right. Check it out.
The pump fake legend himself against Brooklyn Nets, just dunking all over him. Nasty play. Nasty. Hope you guys like that. Now, on a sadder note, found out DeMar Carroll, arthroscopic knee surgery. Not good for Raptor fans because we're trying to build a defensive identity, and he's a big part of that. Shrey, what happened?
Yeah, apparently he hurt his right knee, and that might not be it. He might also be dealing with a plantar fasciitis injury, so it might... His timeline currently is around 8 to 10 weeks. I think it could be for the rest of the regular season. We don't know. The Raptors are going to be a little tight-lip on this. It's going to be tough. A lot of players are going to have to step up, Kage.
Yeah, Dan, who do you think's got to step up?
Well, it's going to be pretty tough, but we've got to get James Johnson and T. Ross to step up their game. It's a long period of time without Carroll there, 8 to 10 weeks, so they might need to make a move at the trade deadline for another small forward.
Yeah, they could make a trade for it, but I say you sign T. Ross or extended him for all this money.
Yeah.
He's got to step up. He's shown flashes, and they've been literally flashes. They mean like that.
Yep.
Next game, he's been totally different. If you want more facts on that, you can check out my article on the $31.5 million mistake.
That's right.
Shrey over here wrote an article on who's been the greatest new addition
Yep.
to the Raptors. Make sure to check that out. I'll add that to the description below as well. And as far as the All-Star game goes, I'll add more voting, how to vote down in the description. We're trying to get Lowry. We're trying to get DeRozan to All-Star game. We want the Raptors there.
Make sure
Right?
you vote. Come on.
Guys, they're 3rd and 6th respectively. We have Irving ahead of them. That's just wrong. Come on, guys.
Last video we made, we were only 2,000 votes behind Kyrie. Now we're 28,000. Come on, guys. Step it up, man. This is not good.
Yeah, everyone's got to hit their Twitters, hit the Facebook, go on the NBA website, make sure to vote. That's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like or subscribe. If you have any questions for us, put it in the comments, and we'll answer them in our next video. And that's all for the Super Basketball Bros.